Hello, everyone. Um, so today I thought I'd do something a little different, something I haven't really done before, at least in a very long time, and that is a review type of thing. Usually I don't do these mainly because they either take a lot of time or I just don't feel motivated to do them. But now I kind of feel motivated to do one of these. So um, basically, it's going to be reviews of pretty much anything from movies to TV shows to comics to video games, you name it. Um, but I kind of wanted to start with movies, specifically the Godzilla movies, because obviously most of you who watch my channel know me as a Godzilla fan. So that is what I will start with. And I'll be going from 54 all the way to the most recent movie. Um, Now, it may be a while before the next video because Raids Again, I've only seen the American version of, or the dub version of. I've never seen the Japanese version, so I might watch the Japanese version before doing a full review on that, just to get an idea of like both the dub and the Japanese version. So, but um, but yeah, first obviously I'll be starting with the original 54, and oh boy, I've got some pretty unpopular opinions about this movie, at least opinions that I haven't really seen expressed a whole lot on the internet. But Yeah, so let's just get into it. So 54, I'm not going to spend too much time on it because most people already know like the whole backstory about this movie and how it was created. There are tons of other people on YouTube who have gone over it. So, um, but yeah, I'm just gonna leave all that out. If you want to go check that out, just basically search it up on YouTube, and you'll find basically like just a like a backstory of it. So, but um, this movie I really like. It's definitely not my hell. I don't think it's even in my top 10, or like it's kind of like in the middle, honestly. And I do like a lot of these movies, so keep that in mind. Like most of the Godzilla movies, I do really enjoy. Um, but like this one, I do like. Um, but I think because of how like depressing this movie can get, it's definitely a movie that it's definitely a movie that um is hard to watch over and over again for me because of how depressing it is. There are great moments to this movie that I do love. The action scenes are amazing with Godzilla. The other little gripe I have with the movie is the fact that there are bits and pieces to it that haven't really aged the best. Like, for example, the when the head is always in close up when it's the little like finger puppet thing. That finger puppet does not look too good. It looks really silly actually, with the googly eyes and everything. Um, and usually when it's in close up, it doesn't look too good. But whenever it's the suit in full or from a low angle or from afar, then it looks fantastic. So, um, but um, that's just my little tiny little nitpick, I would say. And uh, but I do still really enjoy this movie. It's a fantastic movie. It's very well made, especially for its time. Um, there are a lot of parts to this movie that do still hold up. Um, but Yeah. Um, I know that a lot of people tend to like put this on like the high pedestal of Godzilla movies and say, oh, it's that this is, and say that, oh, this is like the only good one, or this and Shin Godzilla are the only good ones, which I could get into a whole nother rabbit hole about Shin Godzilla, but I'm not going to go there until I get to it. But yeah, um, again, it's definitely not my top 10, but it's definitely a movie that I do still like. Um, but I just, again, I don't have it really in my top 10 because, uh, like I said earlier, it's a movie that can be sometimes hard to watch multiple times because of how depressing it is. So, um, but it's still a fantastic movie. Um, and I am going to include the American version as well in here just a little bit, but the American version, I don't. People say, oh, it bastardized the 54 version, and it kind of does, but it's got its own little charm to it. Like uh, I do like Raymond Burr in it. It definitely plays off more like a general 50s sci-fi movie, with the narrator and stuff like that. But it still works. Like they did a really good job at filming it too. The doubles they used were pretty darn accurate, um, to make it look like Raymond was like with the Japanese characters. They did a really good job at that, at kind of blending those two. So, but yeah, um, this is my first review. Like I said earlier, like this. Um, this is basically just going to be me completely off script, just kind of like just kind of rambling about these movies, and so, but yeah, and I'm not including the whole like backstory about how this movie was made because that's been done to death already, and most people know about that already, and it would just be very redundant for me to cover it, or for me to go through like the backstory about its creation and stuff like that. So, um, but yeah, that's this is my first proper movie review. Um, so I hope you guys enjoyed these. These aren't going to be too long. Hopefully, I'm hoping to get these like maybe at least under 10 minutes. So they're you don't like have me rambling on for like hours on end because I can do that very very easily. Um, so yeah, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time when I do Godzilla Raids again.